Managing stress and staying focused. Today's topic is something that I believe is one of the most important topics for business owners, but I think it's something that oftentimes gets overlooked. I think day to day we get so caught up in doing sales and building our company and in the actual business task that a lot of times we forget to take a second, take a breather, and manage ourselves, manage our emotions, manage our attitude, which in the end is equally as important, honestly, if not even more critical. Because if you, as the boss or you, as the owner, aren't at your peak, aren't at your best, in the end, everything else is going to suffer. In the end, the way we look at it is success isn't just about grinding 24/7. It's about mastering your mindset and staying locked on the goals. Stress is the silent killer of productivity, but when you learn how to control it, you can become unstoppable. So as we go through today, we're going to bring up a couple points here that I hope that can help you on this. And my whole goal for this course today is to just get you thinking a little bit more about yourself, about your mental management, and staying focused and motivated throughout the day. How to recognize and reduce stress triggers. Number one, identify patterns or situations that lead to stress. This is something that we go through on a day to day basis. And like I say, a lot of times we get so caught up on the daily product, the daily task, pushing the business forward, which can be a task in itself. And a lot of times we forget that, you know, the stress can be a little overwhelming sometimes as a business owner or as a leader or someone who is pushing forward a goal to that next level. So, what we want to do is be able to identify those patterns, those things that are creating stress. And in the end, stress isn't always going to be something that can be avoided, but the key is to manage it, to manage the stress, to manage your emotions and manage yourself so that you can continue to be that example to your employees, to your business partners, and to your clients. I've seen people do things such as breathing techniques or short breaks, just doing something to reset their mind in that stressful moment. A lot of times I've seen peers and sometimes even myself, we get caught up in that moment of stress and whatever is going on at that time in your business. It seems like the human default is to almost freeze. You get stuck, you get caught up in that moment, and you obsess over it. And what I've found is being able to take a second, take a breather, reset your mind allows you to then take the emotional aspect of that pause out of it, allows you to reset, and then you can dig in and go back on and have a successful day. The other thing that I've noticed in stress and managing it, and one of the big things is people get overwhelmed. So what you're going to have to do as a business owner or as a business leader is you're going to have to learn to delegate those tasks. And the reason you want to do that is you want to make sure that you're not overwhelming yourself with tasks that could be delegated, which are taking away from your ability to focus on the things that you do best. In the end, the goal for you is you want to create that time, create that space so that you can focus on those things that you are great at, those things that you excel at, and those things that drive your business forward. A lot of times we get so stuck in all those daily tasks that, like I say, could be delegated to others. It ends up sucking your time out. It ends up frustrating you mentally. And again, all those things take you away personally from doing those things that you really, truly are good at that are going to grow your business. The second point that we want to look at is this building resilience for long-term success. We do acknowledge while there are techniques to manage stress or to divert stress, there still is going to be stress. That's life. That's how business works. The main thing is we need to practice mental strength. We need to work on ourselves so that we can be mentally stronger to get through these tasks so that we can have long-term success. How do we do that? What are some techniques? Well, we can practice gratitude, shifting focus away from the challenge. It's important. A lot of times I like to focus on the wins. So many times we get so overwhelmed or focused by things that aren't going our way. And let's face it, as business owners, not everything goes our way. And again, the biggest way that I've found to overcome that is to find the victory in every scenario. It's there. You've just got to find it. Finding the wins is critical to success. And I guarantee you, if you can look for the wins and find those wins, and I'm not saying revel in them for too long, but just quickly find that win and say, okay, there were these difficulties, but here's the win we got out of this. I guarantee you that it will change your mindset. The other thing we need to do is reframe failures as learning opportunities. Again, it's all how we look at the process. We're going to fail at things. That's life. But the question is how do you look at the failure? How do you recoup from it? And do you learn from it? Learning from a failure is critical because then it's going to take it from that negative. And it's going to take your mind out of that negative place and it's going to move it to a positive because you're going to say, yes, this didn't work out the way that I wanted to. However, I've learned a way to tackle the situation differently so that I can have a different result or a more positive result next time I'm faced with this issue. And the last thing is this one is critical. This is what I think really is going to make the biggest difference is staying connected to your why to maintain the motivation. All of us have a why. All of us have a reason on why we're doing this. And it's going to be different for everybody. But focusing in on that why, that reason why you got into this business, the core belief of why you're doing this, if you can focus on that and maintain your eyes on that reason, your eyes on the prize, it's going to push you to that motivation. Now, the one thing about the why is when you're focusing or figuring out why you're doing things, you need to make sure that you are truly convicted about it in your heart, almost to a spiritual nature. Grant Cardone always says he believes that success is his duty, his obligation, and his responsibility. And I think there's something that we can learn from that. It's our duty to ourselves, to our family, and to our clients to be successful and to be the best that we can be. So I'm going to wrap up with that today. I'm going to leave it open for some questions. If there's anybody that's on here, and I actually see a comment from one of our followers, you can pray. Absolutely. If you're religious, it's falling back on those things that keep you centered. And I think that is actually an awesome suggestion. You're darn right. 10x. Always pushing forward to the goal. And again, that is focusing on why you're doing this. And each one of us, again, has that why or that reason. We need to keep that at the forefront of our mind of this is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm a business owner. This is why I'm not an employee. And let that drive you forward to success. I want to thank you, everybody, for joining. And we're going to close out today. I want to remind everybody that Lisa Copeland and myself, we are growing rapidly here in Central Texas. And if you're looking to take your real estate business to the next level, please reach out to us. We'd love to have you join us. We'd love to be there to help, train, support, and lead you to success. And on the flip side, if you're not in real estate and you're saying, you know what, I want to get into the business, but I don't know where to start, look me up. I'd love to help you. I can get you set on that path, get you set towards that process of getting licensed. We can get you on the team. And again, we can help support you to success. As in always, everybody, I want to wrap up with saying, when we're out there, we're trying to be the best of the best. It's not about giving it 100%. We have to give it 125. We have to go out there and give it our all. We don't want to be good. We don't want to be great. And honestly, we don't even want to be excellent. The goal here with these trainings is we want to be the elite. And then and only then are you going to reach that peak level in your business that you're trying to obtain. The goal in the end, financial freedom. And I know everybody on the call can obtain that. You just got to go out and you got to get it. I hope everybody has a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.